Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Oh snap.
Oh.
Oh my.
The fuck?
Well, everybody else was going deep, so I figured why not?
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Somebody tickled Bomber's taint.
The
Going deep. What?
That's like the norm. Just tickle Bomber's taint.
the what the fuck forecast, the WT forecast.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a Speedo and moose knuckle kind of day.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Those are only funny if you have the obscenity filter turned off.
Oh yeah, I
True.
always have it. I always have it turned off.
Hi, Nick.
Real feel is 101 with a 73% humidity.
No thanks.
Is that a real feel or just a feel?
Real feel is 101. Heat index is 101.
Nope.
Wow. No, thank you. You should have seen one where they said their weather station was messed up and it showed 1,050.
Yeah. Hi, Ro.
I'm like-
Hi, Selena.
Hello, Roro. Hello.
Ro!
Ruh-roh.
Roll Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me. I'm just playing with my balls. I mean,
Giggity.
giggity. Giggity.
Uh-oh.
At the giggle.
It's the giggity giggle.
Giggity gig.
I'm just trying
Man, you just said that and I just put chicken nugget in my mouth. And I can do that voice.
Oh god. No, I'm sitting here trying to make sense of this fucking skein of yarn that decided to go, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm rolling this bitch by hand, so
Oh my. What is going on, Candyman? What's happening? Thank you for hopping over here on the TikTok side of things.
Heller fluff. Is the fluff enough? Or is it the fluff and stuff? That's what I want to know.
Fluffer nutter?
This
That too.
what?
The
McFluffin.
McFluffin is here.
McFluffin is here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's all fluffy up in here.
Wow.
The fluff is everywhere.
Crochet, I got way too annoyed.
What?
Rose said she got way too annoyed with crocheting.
Oh, I was like, what? I heard
would
something.
Just don't give Amira big ass fucking needles. And
It's not needles,
Yeah.
it's a hook. God
Oh my
damn it.
god, I'm so sorry.
Wait, hold on a second. If you're playing with hooks, would that means you're a...
don't.
I'm a hooker.
Ah, god damn it.
Yes, and that's coming to her this week.
I can't wait.
What is that
I'm-
supposed to be?
It's so when you take a ball of yarn, you put it in there, and that little hole where the laser would come out, that's where the yarn comes out. And the first yarn that's going in there is lime fucking green.
Yes. And I need a picture.
So,
I didn't do it.
Look at where?
I don't fucking know.
hey, Grimlock, how you doing?
Wait, what?
Hello, everybody over here on the TikTok side of things. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day.
Hey, if you guys come over
want-
to the YouTube side of things.
That's
might
right.
have
If
a hell
you
of a
guys
lot more
want to.
Yeah,
You
can type things that are not appropriate on TikTok.
That's true. Actually, you can get away with a lot of stuff. That's you can't
Have
do
you
on
guys
TikTok.
seen Facebook lately?
Oh my God.
I usually
I
Do not go through the shorts.
Dude, whole ass titty on Facebook.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, she's like in a see-through shirt and she's got a jacket over. She's struggling to get in her car and she gets in her car. And as soon as she does, she turns and just whole ass titty.
But
And
you
I'm
can see
like-
whole ass vag on TikTok because apparently, you can't say the word. Well, I can't say the word because we're still on TikTok at the moment. You can't say certain words on TikTok, but you can flash your fucking vag.
right.
I don't understand that shit. Why do you have
Hey, Grim.
Why do
Thank
you
you
have
for
the rules
Grim.
and
Thank you,
regulations
Claudia.
you do and only use it for certain people?
True.
Because, like, if say some young 20-something got on there and she was in barely anything, they would still let it ride.
Yeah.
Now, let's put Bomber in barely anything and see if it'll ride. It won't. Put me in barely anything. It won't. Bomber or Pit Boss. It won't. Amira. It won't. But that little 20-something-year-old that everybody wants to look at, it will.
And that's what I call the it's the there's I look at it as there's two kinds of women in this world.
Hey,
Real
Alma.
women and Instagram women.
I'm
If
sorry.
you're
Say
an
that
Instagram
again.
girl,
Hold on. You said what's the first one?
real women.
Oh, real women. I thought you said like AL women or something, like American Online women.
And then the Instagram women. And
You got the
females. You know, the ones that
Instagram models.
yeah, basically they can get
Oh, dude.
Clickbait. It's clickbait models.
yeah.
I sat there, and whenever I was working up there at the tower downtown, there's one of those Instagram models that was living there, right? She, like 90% of the time, she dressed like a bum. Like a straight bum. And this girl drove a nice car, lives in a nice apartment. Drove, I forgot, I think it was like a fucking BMW or some shit. Everything was really nice. And every time I saw her, she was in like sweatpants and a tube top or some shit with flip flops.
Oh yeah.
And then whenever she would leave to go out and go take her pictures and do all that bullshit, she would get all dolled up and shit.
Oh yeah, that's
But
like
she was down to earth as fuck whenever I talked to her.
Yeah, dressing like a bum is comfortable. A lot of those women they'll say literally, you know, people think that I dress like this all the time, but here's what I look like.
Yeah, no, that's what she said
of the day.
That's what she said too. I mean,
Pixie.
It was plastic, but
Thank you for tapping the screen and sharing the live.
I'm dressed as a complete total bum. I'm in a sports bra, a pair of 3/4 leggings, and a t-shirt that says I got stoned in Paulsbo.
You forgot the granny panties.
I'm not wearing any.
Yeah. Shut up, Meg.
Hurt this bitch.
Raise your horns into the air. There is plenty here to share. All are welcome. Take a chair and sing a song loud and strong. Men of war and men of care. Maidens fierce and maidens fair. Raise your horns into the air and sing.
All right.
Well, hi.
Welcome everybody.
So if you guys want to know over here on the TikTok side of things, pretty soon I'm going to be shutting it off. And well, if you want to come over here to the YouTube side, just click on my name, go into the bio, click on, 4HP Podcast, and come on over.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Do it, Mike. Do it slowly.
Okay, we're not having a True Lies moment, okay?
She got it. She got it.
Do it doucement.
Do some more.
Do it slowly. I took French for 4 years. I caught that the moment you said it.
we got cookies and beer over here.
Well,
Do not come. Do not come.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 4HP4 Heathens Podcast. It is me, Bones. We have Bomber, we have Pit Boss, and we have Mira. As always,
we can see
you. And guys, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Of course, we're going to be talking about the presidential debate. Unfortunately, it happened. It was horrible on both sides.
Funny.
And it was actually hilarious what Robert Kennedy Jr. did.
Oh, I heard about that. That was great.
If you guys had watched the debate or at all, and if you went to the realdebate.com, then you would actually see both Biden and Trump on a big screen, and then Kennedy had his own platform. answering the same questions with the same time limit with a moderator. The man is a genius. Absolute fucking genius. I don't care what anybody says about him. I don't care about his fucking dead brain worm he's got. I don't care about any of that shit. The man is an absolute genius when it comes to trolling these two bastards. It is fun as fuck.
It ain't that hard to troll them.
No, but he does it in the most presidential way.
True.
Like the most presidential way, and it's fucking hilarious, and I love it. It's
Selena has lemonade. Watching fantasy documentaries in a minute.
Oh, there you go.
Now, everybody offered their opinion on the debate, and of course, the one man that I wanted to hear from was, of course, Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So let's hear what Jon Stewart had to say about the debate.
Let me just say, after watching tonight's debate, both of these men should be using performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, so true. So true.
Oh, no, he's not done. He's not done. He's not done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I love this man because he trolls everybody. He's very passionate about a lot of different things. There's things I don't agree with that he does, but there's a lot of things I do. He's very, very passionate about it.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he's 61 years old. Okay, this man's 61 years old. He could literally put his name on the ballot tomorrow, and he would
probably win.
Probably.
Perfect memory. Thank you.
Yeah, he would probably win.
Oh my God. What else you got to say, John?
As much of it as they can get, as many times a day as their bodies will allow. If performance-enhancing drugs will improve their lucidity, their ability to solve problems, and in one of the candidates' cases, improve their truthfulness, morality, and malignant narcissism, then...
Gee, who talking about?
Yeah, I don't know who he's talking.
Boys, Cheeto facts.
Wow, there's a straight shot.
Listen, the more and more I watch these two idiots go at it, the more and more I hate them both. And it's not for anything more or less
the saner I feel.
Well, right. I mean, I like the main thing. Like, I didn't watch all of the debate. I refuse. I never watch a debate because I'll just start.
Because we all feel like John looks right now.
Right. I'll end up down at my local convenience store shooting up the place because I'll just lose my mind because of
he walked in to buy liquor and he didn't have enough money, so he just robbed the place.
Yeah, like
wait, I have a question though. For those Bomber, you said you watched part of it, and I saw several clips about this going around. Anybody here try using TikTok when the debate was going? Because I saw many people reporting they couldn't get on TikTok. They couldn't view things.
Oh, no.
A lot of people were having major issues using TikTok while the debate was on.
There's a lot of server issue, is what I was told.
Supposedly.
I was on there, and every time I went to somebody that had the debate live, it was always freezing up.
That's part of the issue.
Well, and it's, hey, you know what? It's a private company. They can do what they want.
I'd say freeze them completely. Anybody that's
okay. I'm going to go off on a small tangent and then I'm going to circle back. Anybody?
Do we have a highlighted reel? Yes.
Does anybody that streams other content on their page on a live is a fucking asshole?
I agree.
Hey, hold on. Now, everybody that streams the WWE pay-per-views, he's not talking to you,
looping.
Okay?
No, that's free. I mean, that's not free. But anyway. But no, like,
that's okay.
I'm a broke motherfucker. I love it when they stream that shit.
Right. No, but like like I've scrolled through and people are like streaming like NASCAR events and shit. I'm like, what? Stop it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
that kind of shit's stupid. Whenever you can watch it on plain TV and it's not, you don't have to pay for it. I get it.
right.
But if somebody's streaming something that you have to pay for, I mean, cool. Thank you very much for letting us watch it for free. We appreciate that.
Right.
But if you're streaming the
but
left
like-
turn motherfuckers, I get that.
Yeah, like, but with this debate, I mean, it was like he had, and I'm mostly speaking Biden, because Trump is just a fucking train wreck. But anybody, like, I never watch the debates because you can sit there and ask a poignant question like, let's just say
you're right.
the sky is blue. Do you believe that the sky is blue? And they will talk all the way around using 5,000 other words except the word sky, blue, and I believe.
I saw a clip where it was going on from
Oh my
MSNBC,
gosh.
I think, and they asked Trump a question, and it was a very direct, simple question. It was some blonde chick asking him, and all he said is, well, all these great things that I've done, because they're really, really awesome. And I want to go, dude, you're like fucking Zoolander on crack. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh wait, hold on. If we're doing Zoolander, we got to do the look.
he does the look already.
He answers questions like Zoolander would if he was in a nursing home.
Listen. I'm going to tell you this. The one thing that I saw that was fucking hilarious about the debate, I don't know if I have it. I will look for it. But they were asking Biden about the border, and Biden's sitting there talking about it. And at the end of it, they go, okay, President Trump. And he goes, I'm not sure what he said at the very end of his sentence. Hell, I don't think he understood what he said at the end of his sentence. And I lost my shit. I was like, dude, I don't care who's right or wrong at this point. It's just beautiful.
Right. I mean, like, and I remember, like, to your point, Amira, like, I saw somebody, it was a question
Grimlock,
about,
I hate you.
Grimlock, you're amazing. Love you.
I remember seeing a thing on TikTok that it was a part of the debate, and it was basically them asking something about Charlottesville, and him saying that there was good people on both sides, and he literally said that's made up, that all this stuff, but then he started talking all the way around it about, like, you know, China's coming, is going to destroy us, and completely off topic, not even relevant to anything. And all he had to do was say, I may have said it, but I didn't mean it that way. That's all he had to say. And he could have been perfectly fine. But he basically went like all the way around the world about all of this other stuff.
That's what they both do. Yeah.
And that's normally what the debates are. I used to, like, even, you know, when I was growing up, my parents would have it on because, of course, you know, back then we only had, you know, cable. So if the presidential debate was on or something, 3, 5,
every damn
you know,
channel we had,
ABC, NBC, Fox, you know, they're all covering it. So you got nothing else to watch. But
what happened to Flipper?
Right. I want to go to Lassie.
Oh, a spot of good news, you know, the debate, haha, whatever. And I say good news because I took this as good news. The former police chief involved in the Uvalde school incident a couple of years ago is being indicted for failing to act on time at the risk and detriment to human life. I was extremely excited about that.
Yeah,
and another
I saw
officer is also being indicted on the same charges.
Right.
I was thrilled. I mean, I feel bad because the parents have still had to go through what they're going through, but at least this is some kind of vindication for what they were saying, that there was not a serious enough response, that they didn't respond quick enough. And so to that end, that was probably the highlight of my fucking weekend, was reading that news.
Right. But yeah, the debate was absolutely, like, and the thing was, is like, they had all this time to prepare and everything. It, you know, looking at it and then looking at a rally the day after that Biden had, it was two completely different people. It was like, he was, during the debate, it was like he was like sick. Like, Like he
It's called when so when Alzheimer's hasn't fully taken effect, it's when you start to get worse at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what it
right.
is.
Yeah, and
Yes.
but it was like almost like he had like a major cold or something that day, and just was
Hey,
like
JP.
on so much cold medication. He wasn't like
Toby
2024. No, John Stewart 2024.
Sorry, I agree with that. John Stewart, totally.
Yeah,
I would vote for him in a heartbeat.
Next
Ladies and gentlemen, we come to you now as part of the A4HP news session with our host, Dick Whiteman.
Oh my God.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dick Whiteman, and I am here to present to you the opening of the debate. Here we go. We're going to go to our debate correspondent.
The voters of this nation are presented with a choice between a monstrous, bloodthirsty psychopath and a self-confessed brain-dead ignoramus. What will future generations think of us that we cannot present the public with better alternatives than these?
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. That's absolutely amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us here on 4HP News, we are just now coming through and we're talking about certain things. There are 3 different candidates for the president of the United States. That would be, of course, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Robert Kennedy Jr. But I've recently heard there is a 4th person that is wanting to come out and be part of the debate.
Out?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you President Camacho.
President Camacho on why he's running in 2020. Foe.
I'm running for president some more in 2024. Yeah, that's right, bitches. And you are all invited to my official night and bangers sausage house. I like the sound of that. My boy Thundercats gonna play. And we gonna party like it's 25, 24, man. All right, open my show and peace the fuck out. That's right.
Rondo Incorporated.
Oh,
Thank
my
you,
God.
President candidate Camacho. We appreciate
Camacho.
it. Brought to you by Brondo Energy. That's right, Brondo. It's what plants crave.
Wow. I first of all, I'd like to address your new look, Dwight.
Mr. Camacho did recently go on to a podcast to talk about what he's doing. Hold on just one sec.
Dwight.
There we go.
I got a 3-point plan to fix everything.
As you've already announced, you are running for office in 2024. What would be your 3-point plan to address the State of the Union?
All right. My 3-point plan. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out, everybody.
I agree.
My 3-point plan. Because that's how I found out this shit got fucked up in the first place.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, President Camacho. We all want him. We all need him. We all love him. Oh, yes. Godspeed, sir. We hope you make it. All right.
Oh, Terry.
Yes. What was your question? Oh, sorry. My hair's a little messed up here. Is that better?
I just want to I don't think you've ever looked more handsome. That's the
thank
best
you.
I've seen you look.
Why? Because I'm all covered up?
Exactly.
Oh.
And the
thanks.
glare is finally gone from your forehead.
You're the sweetest person ever. So the debate happened, and we all sat there in silence. We were stunned at what was going on. And for the love of God, we have no idea. There was 2 gentlemen up on stage. Both forgot their Geritol and their memory pills. And they both just spout a bunch of nonsense. Now, as that was going on, Robert Kennedy himself was on his own stage, and he was doing his thing. I don't have any footage of that because it was too damn good. I really don't have any footage of it right now.
That made no sense.
Exactly.
I don't have
Just
any
like
footage.
all the
It's
other
too
news.
good.
Yeah, it's too good. Didn't need it. It's all there. But apparently, Trump says that immigrants are taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs. Which now, to that point, I'm going to bring this up just because on the right is all the comments for this. And the most viewed comments so far, I think, what are black jobs? Because I need to know if I have one. This one right here. They couldn't do this through email?
Oh
wait. What?
It just said could they not do this through email?
Oh, right. That would have
somebody said, Lord, please just come down now. 4 years ago, I had money. Now I'm struggling. Let's see. Oh, my brain hurts watching these recaps. That's about true.
My brain hurts just knowing who the presidential candidates are. Like, really? We had to get down to the bottom of the fucking dumpster?
Pretty much.
Oh, the whole debate was a dumpster fire. Come on now.
There's so much rambling. Other nations watching this. What a shame.
No, they're laughing at us.
Right.
Oh, 100%. There's no question.
Right.
There isn't a country. The guys over in the African Peninsula with no running water who can barely keep themselves clean are laughing at us. Come on. Give me a break.
Yeah, they're laughing so hard they're clicking across the whole nation.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching 4HP. We're canceled. What a fucking tool.
Yeah. What a fucking tool, pit boss.
Jesus.
Well, you want to know something? I got something to say about that.
Oh my God.
Double down.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on 3HP.
It wasn't me this time. Yay.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
There was a discussion.
and all our viewers say this to Pit Boss constantly.
Shut up, Meg.
All right.
There was a discussion on their golf swings. I have no idea.
Yes,
Rowan,
there
I would
actually
love to
was a
know.
discussion about golf. Trump was bragging about how he won 2 tours recently, and they were not senior tours. So we know that he didn't swing from the women's tee this time. He swung from the big boys tee. Proud of you.
Yeah, they were both
Trump.
on his golf courses, and he paid off everybody so that he could win it.
Oh, now that's another hush money trial, sir.
Conviction number 36.
Mhm.
Wait a minute, we're counting?
Oh, I think he's up to like technically like 95 or 100
I
indictments.
don't fucking care. The man is a.
All I know is one's 81, one's 78. They'll both be in their 80s, deep into them by the time they get out of office and they stop fucking around and find it out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, could we retire 2 of these guys? Yes, we can. Now, the
Wait.
Democratic Party itself freaked the fuck out after this debate.
Isn't there a cap on the age you can be when you run?
I don't know.
There is. I'm almost sure of it. Isn't Biden technically over the age limit?
Stand by.
Maybe
I think
because
so.
he's an incumbent.
Because I thought that's why Bernie Sanders didn't try to run again. It's because there's an age limit. You have to be, I think, to be under the age of 80.
Yeah, but Bernie Sanders wants some weird stuff.
Okay,
Socialism is better than capitalism.
No, there's no upper age limit for the U.S. presidency.
No, there's not. But did you read what else there was?
Hmm.
U.S. presidents are already constitutionally constrained by 2 4-year terms. There's a minimum age requirement of 35, but no maximum age limit. I thought it was 45.
No, it's always been 35.
Bullshit.
No, it's always been 35.
It's
That's why
already been-
Kennedy got in so young.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's been 35 for age.
I
knew that
thought
I knew
Kennedy
the
got in there
35-year-old.
and they thought he was too young, so they just, shot that one in the head and went on.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Probably too.
Hey, thanks everybody.
I think they should cap the age that you're allowed to run, even as an incumbent. I think they should cap it. And I think if you cross the age limit that they want to set, if you are the incumbent, you cannot run for your second term. I don't think you should be able to get your second term.
God. Okay, here's a good one. Why does Bones look the kind of guy who can compare someone to their tattoos? Oh my gosh, they are going nuts over here on TikTok. Going, hey, Bones has got hair. What the hell?
I know, right?
We all want to know what happened.
Well, I'm not Bones. I'm Dick Whiteman.
Is it
Dick Whiteman?
I thought it was Whiteman.
Well, my mom called me Richard, but everybody calls me Dick.
Didn't he say Dwight when he first came on the screen?
No, I said Dick Whiteman.
That's true. Hey, get this really quickly. You ever guys figure this out? We are actually part of the 4 food groups here on the presidency. We got oranges and we got a vegetable.
Now, I will
Fruit
say
and
this.
vegetable.
Oh, boy.
I will say this. We at 4HP did fuck up today.
I didn't fuck up today.
No, we all did.
What?
What is today?
The 30th.
And
The
what
first
is
day of the rest of our lives?
I want each one of you just to Google June 30th right now.
It's my ex-husband's birthday. He's 52 today.
Google June 30th.
Why do I care?
You trust me, you will in a minute.
Christ almighty.
Oh, my.
Shut up, Ed Boss.
Oh, today's International Dodgeball Day.
We done fucked up, Ron.
Dude, where is he? Where? Oh my gosh.
Al. Oh, Al.
Al.
He probably.
Al, where are you?
What happened?
I don't know. She disconnected herself.
Uh-oh.
She'll be back.
Grab the wrenches if you can't dodge a ball.
Then, this is all from 4HP News. Thank you guys very much. This was terrible.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Hopefully she's all right. She'll be back, guys. So yeah.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, the Democratic Party lost their shit over the debate, and
they did more than lost their shit. They're calling they're calling for Biden to step down as the presidential candidate.
Yeah, they're
even trying to replace him in office at the last minute. Like, why?
With Camel Toe Harris?
Wow.
Now, I will say this. As much as my mom's pissed me off lately, I will say this. She had the greatest name for her was Hills Up Harris.
Well, there was somebody on TikTok that basically said, okay, you all are, well, and also a lot of the news reporters that covered the debate and stuff like that, and they started hearing about Democrats wanting to replace him and are freaking out and blah 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 blah. Isn't it funny that one man has a horrible showing at one presidential debate, while the other man has been convicted of 34 charges.
Well, was he convicted or acquitted?
He was convicted. He's convicted. Yeah.
Well, I thought they said that it wasn't that it wasn't going to stand or whatever. I don't know.
They'll go through appeals, but
it's all stupid.
And
hey,
Amira is.
I didn't do it.
They want to know why Steven Tyler was kicked out.
They want to what?
Steven Tyler was kicked out of the podcast.
They want to know why you dropped.
She hit a button.
I didn't do it. That's all I know.
But I'm seeing where this person is saying it. I'm not saying their name.
I will say this, Mom.
I want to know who the fuck just called me Steven Tyler.
You're not going to know.
I will say this, Bomber. Whenever it comes down to it's all said and done, the whole thing with the Trump indictment, yes, I get it. But at the same time, it's a scary situation because if you don't like your political adversary, you can just try them. You can
That's
just
not-
take whatever charges you want to on them.
That's not what happened.
Well, hold on now. Where were these charges at in 2016? Where were these charges at in 2020? They didn't exist. None of them did.
Well,
and on top of that, they're not felonies, they're misdemeanors.
No, they're felonies.
They turned them into felonies. Any of those things are misdemeanors that they've turned into felonies. Now, that's what's been said. I don't agree or care either way.
Well, right, but that's just scratching the surface of what a deplorable human being that man
They're
is.
all deplorable human beings.
Well, right, but
Find me a politician who isn't a deplorable human being, and I will show you somebody who is manufactured on paper only.
Here's my thing. When it comes down to it, it's all said and done, everybody looks at Trump as this horrible person. This horrible, horrible person that's done all these horrible, horrible things. Yeah, he's a shitty fucking person. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. But so are the rest of them. But when the rest of them point a finger at one of them, that one becomes the most horrible person ever. Yet they've done way worse. How many of these motherfuckers are on the Epstein Island list? How many insider training? How many of these motherfuckers have sexually harassed or anything else people? How many of these motherfuckers have used people for their own gain? All of them have.
Well, right, but
he's the one in the public eye, and he's the one getting told because they don't want him in there. I understand that part.
Well, yeah.
So what are they going to do on the next person they don't want in there?
But
it's just an example.
Right, but
I'm not defending Trump. I give two fucks about Trump. Let me put that out there right now.
Okay, let him get a word in.
The fact that this person has fucked over every single person that he's ever done business with, has declared bankruptcy on properties I don't know how many fucking times, has done everything possible to screw every single person that he ever has come in contact with.
Yeah.
And the simple fact that in 2016, the only reason why he got elected is because he was able to tell people that he was going to make this unbelievable change in the government and drain all of this bureaucratic bullshit, all the money, all of the shit. And everybody believed him.
Yeah.
But
he's a salesman.
The simple fact is he's part of that machine.
Oh, 100%.
He always has been.
100%. I don't disagree with that.
And the simple fact that also, I can't believe that's one of the things that I can't believe about a lot of people in this country that can sit there and see him say something as poignant as literally saying, if I ever ran for president, he's like, I'm a lifelong Democrat. If I ever ran for president, I would run as Republican because those people are too fucking stupid.
Yeah. Now let me put it to you this way: he's the first businessman that has gone into politics. So he's the first businessman that has ever been looked at so goddamn hard by every motherfucker in the world that they're going to pull out every little bad thing he's done. There have been other high-end CEOs and people up there saying this is the norm of business.
Wait a minute. Did you forget about Ross Perot?
I mean, Mr. Radar Ears.
I'm talking about the one. He's the only one that has gotten in. Ross Perot was an oil tycoon and all that jazz. And
okay, but I'm saying you say he's the first man to be a businessman, but Ross Perot was on the ticket.
Yeah, he was on the ticket. I'm talking about he was the first one to be president.
Actually, if you really want to be technical, and this is just me, if you really want to be technical, Ronald Reagan was, because he was an actor.
He was an actor, but he was also a
business though. He had a business out of that, and Jimmy Carter had a business too.
Okay, did they have? We're talking about like CEO level business. We're not talking about like business the way that they had it. We're talking about like CEO, multiple different fucking businesses. Business. We're talking about the people that run this fucking world. That's what I'm talking about. He was
okay. All I'm saying is you were cherry picking a little bit. You said businessman. No, I wanted to narrow down the field.
No. I'm not cherry picking anything. He was the first actual like CEO style businessman that got into it, and they all looked at him like that. And who was it? That guy from Shark Tank? He's the bald guy.
No, the other guy. Yeah, that.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This motherfucker sat there and said, if they're going to indict him over this, they're going to indict all of us because we all do this.
Well,
Every
and that's the
one of us.
thing is, okay, just because they went, just because everybody's doing it, that doesn't mean it's okay.
No, but Trump is part of that original fucking, he's old, so he's part of the original fucking growing through the 80s and 90s of just grabbing everything you can. Just like all these other CEOs and shit that have come up. I mean, billionaires that have grabbed everything they could throughout the 80s and 90s, and now throughout the 2000s, they're making it bigger and maintaining. It's just the simple fact that he's worried, legitimately worried, if they're indicting him on 34 felony counts, which he said they are all misdemeanor, just going off of what he said and several other people did. I don't care if they're misdemeanor or felony. You're in court for shit, you're in court for shit. That's on you. But he said, if they're willing to do that to him, what are they going to do to us?
Run your business legitimately.
Oh, 100%. Now, the career
and the sad thing is that because they have so much money and so much influence, that's the key, influence, that me as a small business owner, I can't get my business off the fucking ground.
Blue Chew.
That too.
Tough and tough.
I can't get my OF to work.
So
leave my muff out of this. That's all I'm gonna fucking say.
Okay, let me put it this way. Kim is actually the business owner of our t-shirt company. The reason why we did that is because there's more opportunity for women business owners to get business loans.
Right.
And funding and grants.
Right.
We can't get any.
Because you white?
Because he doesn't. Because he has a peen and not a vagoo.
No, but like,
wait a minute. Somebody give me a thing of Mr. Magoo right now.
He's got a peen.
No, that's why I made her basically the owner of the business, is because we're supposed to be able to get grants and
when
shit.
he gets done, do you look down and go, "Oh, Mrs. Magoo, you done it again"?
I just want to take a moment to enjoy the fact that I got Bones laughing so hard.
Man, I can picture the old cartoon of Mr. Magoo popping up right now, just saying something.
This is my gift to everybody today on this International Dodgeball Day. You're welcome.
Between your legs. Oh, Mr. Magoo, you done it again.
You're all very welcome.
Oh, that was good shit. I don't care who you are. That was good shit.
That was good.
Oh, God. Yeah, no.
But anyway, and it's a sad state of affairs that,
we're in a sad time.
Right. And it doesn't matter who, and this is what I'm sick and tired of hearing is, and I saw a lot of it in the comments. I was doing so much better under Trump, but now I'm struggling under Biden. No, it's because of the reason why you are struggling, like me, like everybody else, is because of things that happened during Trump's administration. We're finally feeling the effects of now.
I have been saying this since we started talking politics. The rule of thumb is the last 4 years of a president. Let's just start with Cigar Boy and the chick on the podium.
Oh, Billy.
Let's start with Bill Clinton. Okay, the last 4 years,
have sexual relations with that woman.
You did. The last 4 years of what he did during his administration, Grimlock, I swear to God. But the last 4 years of what he did and the things that he implemented, you saw what happened with those come to fruition in the first 4 years of W.
Yeah.
That's when you see the repercussions of changes that are made by one president in the beginning of the next presidency. Just like everything that Bush did, you saw that when we had Barack in office. The first 4 years, where it's like, oh my God, I'm struggling so much under Barack Obama. No, you're struggling because of the shit that W did or HW did, and he's trying to fix it. So
Well, and that's
I don't like hearing that. Oh, well, I struggled. I was doing great under Trump. No, you were doing great under the last 4 years of what Barack Obama put in place, and it came to fruition with Trump in office. There's a big fucking difference.
People continually saying that Biden's raised taxes on me. Fuck no, he hasn't.
No.
Has he put a tax bill through? Has he gotten it approved? No. You know why your taxes are going up? Because your Lord and Savior, fucking Trump, made provisions in the tax cut that basically increased the middle class tax every year after the first year. It dropped to show everybody, look, I did something great for the middle class, for the everyday guy, the blue collar worker. I'm the best. And it slowly goes back up and higher and higher and higher. And now they're sitting there going, oh, look, Biden's raising my taxes.
No, you're seeing the effects of what Trump signed in finally happening while Biden's in office. And I think people need to remember that. Grimlock, you're killing me, dude. I realize I fucked up. It wasn't the podium. I was thinking of the Police Academy movie. Okay, that's where my brain went.
Oh, Grimlock's gonna be on, like White on Rise if you don't watch out.
Well, I could tell you that it didn't happen with me. Hillary was not underneath there.
Trump doesn't know how to pay them.
Ouch. Either way, it works.
So, okay, we want to talk about kind of, we're in the same kind of vein here. What's coming next?
Oh God. First of all, can you touch on what I shared with you guys about the Chevron doctrine and how the justices have now just made themselves? It's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm shit. I sent you guys videos on this.
Okay, hold on before we continue. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that 99% of the time we enjoy ourselves and we have fun. We always do. But we are talking about the political system and things like that of that nature. We are making jokes and enjoying ourselves. We're listening to each other and taking each other's opinions to heart. If you don't like what we say, then fucking cry about it. I don't care. When it comes down to it,
tissues if you need it.
We all four have our own opinions on different things when it comes to
sticky tissues around here.
Everything. So, but we all agree on one thing.
Make me a sandwich.
Fucking toughen up your skin, sweetheart, because if you get offended by what we say, it is what it is. So yeah, buckle up, baby, because we're gonna keep going.
It's
gonna be ride. It may not be a enjoyable ride, but it'll be a ride.
Now I put into Google, how long does it take for the last 4 years of a president's
policy changes?
Yeah. How long does it take the new elected U.S. president to begin to affect the economy? Usually 18 to 24 months before the new president's policies affect the economy. Reason for this is simple. The markets always follow policy changes. The immediate impacts of the tax cuts for corporations have been good for them, but they have yet to show in growth of the economy or jobs coming back as envisioned. Meanwhile, we have yet to see the real impacts of Trump's tariff wars.
Wicked.
We've yet to see the real impact of Trump's tariff wars will have on the GDP once they fully kick in. Now,
right.
I will say this. We the people of this country pay for a lot of these policies and stuff that they put into place. Now, let me go ahead and say this. Not all of this is the president.
No,
you
it isn't.
have to remember something. The president is a figurehead of this country. That's it. That's right. All they are. They're a figurehead. They can do executive orders. They can declare war. They can fucking, I don't know, push the fucking button as long as Congress says it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, it's all said and done. The Congress of the United States runs this country. They are the ones running it into the ground. Not Trump, not Biden, not Clinton, not Bush, not any of them motherfuckers. All they did was they're the guys that they fly over to the fucking other countries and everywhere else to represent our country. So we can complain 100% of the time about what Trump did or what Biden did, but we're looking in the wrong fucking direction.
Well, and they can shape policy. They can't put it into law.
They can veto it.
They can design it.
they can design it or sign it into law.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, what do most presidents do? Most presidents say, I'm going to give you guys this idea. You tell me what you think.
Well, yeah,
you guys
like
come up with all your bullshit in your 900-page fucking bill. Make it work between the two of you, and if I like it, I'll sign it in. It works like a fucking business.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, like, you know, say, okay. Let's take the four of us and make like a miniature version. Let's say me and Pit Boss come up with an idea. We design it, we get all the information, and then what we do is we, you know, I say I'm the president in a sense. I show it to you guys, the rest of you, the two of you, and you guys decide if you want to go and do it. And then you guys vote on it and say yes. And then I sign off on it and I say yes. That's what the president does.
I get this.
Is that he can also have influence, good or bad, on the Congress.
Oh
by who he wants, like who he pushes.
Oh yeah, but I actually Googled it.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever Googled.
Which thing?
Yes, Blades.
How much power does the president really have?
Not as much as people think.
Branch itself, the president has broad powers to manage national affairs, and the priorities of the government. The president can unilaterally issue a variety of rules, regulations, and instructions whose impact and visibility vary widely. The president can issue executive orders which direct executive officers or clarify and help implement existing laws. The president also has unlimited power to extend pardons and clemencies for federal crimes, except in cases of impeachment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to real quick. I mentioned this earlier. You want to get into this whole thing. There is, and when you talk about presidential power, we have the presidential, the legislative, and the judicial branches of the government, and they're all supposed to be equal power, right? And there's supposed to be a checks and balances in place. The Supreme Court has overturned the Chevron doctrine, which the courts will defer to reasonable interpretations of a statute by administrative agency, meaning they will go to the people that are supposed to be the brains behind what shit means. The Supreme Court has now decided, instead of going to people that are the authority on a topic, if the law is not clear, they're just going to decide for themselves and fuck everybody who's the expert. There's the beginning of your downfall right there.
Well, right.
True.
Now to go into what I just said about the Congress and the president, who has higher power than the president? The Senate has an exceptionally high authority, sometimes higher than the president or the House of Representatives. The Senate can try cases of impeachment, which can dismiss a president for misconduct.
Yep, they sure can, and they haven't done it yet.
When you bitch about who's in office and bitching about the Cheeto and the fucking Demento and everything else, remember, they're not the motherfuckers running this bitch.
No, they're not.
And if y'all sit there and think that this motherfucker, that either one of these guys are running anything, the only thing they're doing is running faster to the nursing home. That's it.
Oh, jeez. Rock on. Hey, really quick before we start going here, I'm going to start ending this, the TikTok side of things. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put down this link right here. It's going to be in the TikTok comments. Grab that, put it in your browser. Go find us here on YouTube. 4HP podcast right there, guys. Please come on over to the YouTube side of things so we can get a little bit more rowdier. So talk to you guys later. You guys have a good one. Be safe, be kind, and always rewind.
Here's the thing about this whole with what Bones is saying, and this isn't current, but we have had senators that sit in office in the Senate or the House for decades. Current example, Chuck Grassley from Iowa has been in office for 43 years. Mitch McConnell has been in office for 39 years. This is why policies don't change, because we don't put a cap on the seats that are held in the House or the Senate. We allow these fuckers to run perpetually, one on top of the other. If we're gonna cap a presidential seat, then why are we not capping congressional seats? And being from Michigan, Carl Levin sat in office for 36 years. I like Carl Levin. He's a Democrat. I didn't want to see him in office anymore because he was starting to shift. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I never will. If we can put it, and I also don't agree with the Supreme Court justices, their seats being appointed for life. I don't agree with it, because if you don't get fresh perspective in the judicial, you don't get laws that are created or ruled on with intelligence and relevance.
Sorry.
That's all I'm going to say. All I know is that if you are not going to put a cap on the congressional seats, and if you're not going to make these judicial seats not be lifetime, you're never going to get a fresh look. You're never going to get any perspective, and you're never going to get a fair ruling ever. It's always going to be biased.
And especially the fact that the Congress is full of people that have been in there before I was born.
Yeah.
And you're never going to get fresh ideas. You're not going to get fresh thoughts. It's always going to be.
Not when everybody's running in their fucking senior citizens.
Well,
Strom Thurmond from South Carolina. That man was in office for 47 years, and by the time he left, he had to be taken out on a fucking stretcher.
Right. And the thing is that
who's the one that had the stroke?
Yeah,
it's the one who had the stroke.
Damn near died in the fucking in the house.
Well, Mitch McConnell is basically fucking factory resetted 3 times during a goddamn.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's still in office.
He's standing at a podium and they're like, he's talking and he's like, so what I was thinking was.
He had a fucking Biden moment. They literally had to reboot this motherfucker. He was like a Muppet.
Yeah, and literally one of the aides came up and like touched him and he's like, that's all I have for today.
And it's man has been in office since
the person with the
1985.
Yeah, it's like literally they probably have what John Johnson has. He has the little electronic zapper.
Wait.
Yeah, wake him up. Click.
I worked for the fucking state at one point in my life. Retirement for the state is 20 years. 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Retirement for federal is, I think, 2025. Somewhere in between that.
Yeah.
But for 20 years, I can do my job and then just fucking retire.
Right.
And let me put it to you this way. If I would have stayed doing that job, I think I'd be 1 or 2 years away from retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of upset myself with that. But at the same time, I'd be 1 or 2 years away from fucking retirement. Right. Now, why is it that a normal everyday employee for the state or the federal government can retire after 20 years, but these motherfuckers can stay in office until the day their dust settles in their chair because they're so fucking old? When half of them get up, it looks like somebody threw a powdered donut in the fucking Congress because there's dust going everywhere. Bones are creaking, joints are cracking, everything's fucking just going nuts. And half of them are fucking asleep until they hear an applause. Right. But I can retire in 20 fucking years. Well, it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, there should be the exact amount. Okay, let's make it so it's like just off of the presidential. Let's call it 6 years. So then there's a possible switch during each president.
Mm-hmm.
And
so you're telling them, so you're saying every 6 years they have to change?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a good idea, but
here's a term limit of 6 years.
Why not make it the same as presidential term limits? Because then if we're voting out one fucking piece of shit, we can vote out the rest of them all at the same time. Talk about drain the swamp and flush the toilet.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. But here's my thing with that theory is if you do 6 years, 8 years, whatever, are they going to be Are they going to retire from government work and get a fucking paycheck just to sit on their ass?
I think
No.
I don't think they should.
No, they shouldn't.
I think they should have a 401k like everybody else.
They should possibly get some type of, like, I guess you could say some type of package, but it's not something that would sustain them for the rest of their life. They need to go back.
Have a stipend. They can have a small stipend.
Work 6 years and I'll give you fucking medical. I'll give you medical coverage for the rest of your life.
No, that's part of the problem that we have with financing is that we're letting every former senator, every former House rep, and every former president has got life-given medical coverage. Why?
Yeah.
Why am I footing the bill for Strom Thurmond having a fucking stroke in the middle of the goddamn Senate floor? Why am I paying for Bill Clinton to get his fucking Viagra? Why?
I didn't get. I went for the Blue Chew, little lady.
Why am I paying for Hillary to keep going and getting her fucking vag fixed? I mean, come on. Once you're out, you need to get your own fucking insurance. You are a private fucking citizen. Your fucking medical problem is your problem. You know what? You were in this country. You paid fucking taxes. You fucking provide for yourself.
Well, and that's the thing is that's how it was designed to be. Was you were a representative from your state. You came to Washington to represent your state.
And all they're representing is their own fucking personal interests and personal gain.
And you're supposed to be the voice of your state. You are an everyday citizen. You come to DC, Washington, whatever. You represent your state, and then you go back and you become a private citizen again. End of
4
story.
years in office, you qualify for a lifetime supply of Metamucil. That's what it is now.
But no, actually, unless they're going to give every single American the same goddamn health insurance that they have,
no, they're not.
They don't give shit.
No, they're not. They won't.
No, see, I was always thinking that if you are leaving office and you retire, any office, no matter what it is, you are actually stuck for as many terms of the public service. In other words, if you are in, let's say, the Senate, everything else, and you were there for 4 years, you now, after you're done, after your 4 years, you got 4 years of public service where you go out into the public and you work those 4 years so you can see what the public is going through, what you screwed up on.
Did you just have a Biden moment because you just stopped in the middle of your speech?
No, what I understand what you're saying is basically you go out as a public servant in your state and you have to work as a public servant. Like,
well, I think the qualifications for president should be a lot higher than what they are. Literally, you have to be at 35 and alive and not a felon. That's it. That's all you got to be a
and a natural born U.S. citizen.
Yeah, but that's not the case. That's not the case in lower government, though.
Nope.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was a governor of California. California.
Yeah.
I got a chopper now. You know.
I didn't
so
do it.
if he can be a governor, which is pretty high up there state-wise, why the fuck can't he be president? Because he was not born in this country.
Right. And that was designed so that somebody from when the founding fathers designed the Constitution was that a foreign power couldn't send somebody over to our country and infiltrate the government. And
so what you do is somebody like, let's just pull Arnold. Let's just say he's at the age and there's the desire. If you are like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he decided after he's done being governor, I want to be president. Great. You have to, just like anybody else, when you come here and get your citizenship, there are certain cases where you can have dual citizenship. But a rule, if you want to be not born of this country, then you must give up your citizenship to your home country, be nothing but a citizen of the United States, and you must have resided here for a minimum of 25 years with singular residency. If you take the dual residency off, you put a limit of how long they had to have lived here with their citizenship intact.
Right.
Then you're opening up to a whole new gambit of people. And let's say, I'm just going to pull this guy, Sam, that I'm friends with in Scotland. Say he moved here. He'd been here for 25 years. He's gotten his citizenship. He gave up his citizenship to the UK, but he sees how things are done there. And when he gets here, he proposes to make changes that are similar to what's going on there. And they become beneficial. Wow. Look at that. Yeah. We got a whole new fucking perspective on how to run the goddamn country.
Right.
3 biggest scams in this country. Government, church, big business.
Duh.
True. Very.
Insurance is under big business.
Well, right.
Because guess what? That woman in there works for an insurance company. And I'm not going to say which one.
I used to work for an insurance company.
I'm not going to. But this insurance company has a policy in their stuff that kind of screwed her over. Big time screwed her over. And it was bullshit because it's all in fine print. Just like your employment contracts have fine print, just like contracts you sign for your house, your car, for anything you buy, all of it has fine fucking print. Here's my thing. If you're going to sign up for something, read the whole goddamn thing.
Right.
That's a lesson to me as well. Because I need to read the whole goddamn thing whenever I do. Because most of the time, what do we do? Oh, you want to accept and agree to our terms and policies, and everybody goes, oh yeah, just click the fucking box. We're not going to have time to read this. I want to play that game, or I want to do this, or I want to do that.
Yeah.
What's to stop them from putting in fine print? If you click this box and agree to this, we can have full access to your bank account. What's stopping them from saying we have full access to everything about you? Nothing, because we just don't read the fucking fine print. We're not lawyers. We don't understand the jargon. Here's my thing. Everything legal, and this is me being like, if I'm going to be president, you're going to have term limits on Congress, the Senate, everything, every government facet, you're going to have a term limit, except for law enforcement. Law enforcement is the only one that you can go for 20 fucking years. Well, 20 years before you retire, but you can stay in if you want to. But when it comes down to it, it's all said and done. Term limits on all that. Everything that is done through the Congress, through the House, through government, through law, any of it needs to be in plain fucking English, where we can understand as the normal individual, though we don't have to go to law school and all that other bullshit. The normal individual can understand exactly what you're trying to write, what you're trying to put into law, what you're doing. None of this habeas corpus crap that everybody does and writing all this jargon in there in the fine print. If I see a fucking bill, this is me as a president, if I see a bill, and in that bill, I see fine print, I'm going to burn the bill. I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to veto it. And I'm going to tell you, everything has to be legible. Everything has to be big. Nothing can be hidden.
And all bills,
you have to do one fucking bill at a time.
Yeah, all bills. There's none of this.
No combining.
Yeah, if you want veterans benefits, you need to give money to something else.
Well, it's like
every bill
veterans benefits, Medicare, Medicaid, and some kind of tax bullshit. Why is that all getting shoved into one fucking bill?
Right. Yeah.
None of them have anything to do with the other. That is the dumbest fucking thing.
If it can't stand on its own, then it doesn't have the merit to be law.
Because that's how you sneak in other things to get passed under a blanket bill.
Allow that shit.
And
yes, we do, which goes back to term limits.
And then what then they do? They use that as political fodder towards their opponents. Well, you didn't sign the gun rights bill or the gun control bill.
Yeah. Well, I didn't sign the gun control bill because you had, every senator must have a clown next to him the entire time that we're in Congress.
Yeah, but the problem is that a lot of people don't go back and that's the great thing about the news media and social media is people can come out and say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But there's not somebody there going, hey,
hold on.
No,
hey.
Listen to me. Yeah, I didn't sign that because you put all this other shit in it.
Right.
Well,
right.
you didn't sign this because you don't because you hate babies.
You hate babies.
Oh, now here's the thing. This would be funny as all get up. If every single bill has its own merit, it's so true. If it can stand on its own, it could be in law.
Right.
If it could stand on its own. It's not a give and take situation. I'm not playing the give and take game. It's like, I need this. I need this stuff right here. The only way I'm going to get it is through this bill. The problem is, I'm not going to get it because it can't stand on its own. Okay, if I can't get it, oh well.
Right.
I'll figure something out. But when it comes down to adding a secondary thing on top of that to make it sweeter for the Republicans, Democrats, or whoever.
Yeah.
What?
They need to go to single issue bills. They need to go to term limits. There's a lot of things that you guys are talking about, right? And that's what should be done, right? Okay, so which one of you are you all agree that it should be single issue bills, term limits, stuff like that, right? Everything that you've said. So raise your hand if you're voting for Kennedy. These are all the points he's talked about. Single issue bills, term limits on Congress, all that stuff. Now, every one of these assholes, Kennedy included, every one of them says, this is what I want to do. Will they do that? Will they not? Well, guess what? We all gamble with our lives daily because we gamble on going, I like what he says. I'm going to vote him in. Roll those fucking dice. And guess what happens? You crap out because the guy that you put in there isn't going to do what he said. He just said that to get in there. Right. Now, everything we just talked about, Kennedy himself has said, those are the things I want to start with. I want to start with single issue bills only. And term limits were the top two things that he talked about. And I was like, all right, cool. I like that. I might roll the dice on you. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be happy with the results, but I might roll the dice on this one guy because he's talking about the things I want him to deal with. Is he going to deal with them? Don't know. Got to roll the fucking dice to find out. Same thing with Trump. Same thing with fucking Biden. Everybody.
So to kind of piggyback off of that, about rolling the dice and what people say and what future plans are. Let's talk about the Conservative Heritage Foundation Project 2025.
The what?
God. Here we go.
Oh God.
Project 2025. This is the blueprint, the 900-page blueprint for the Republican Party.
Why is it 900 pages?
Because they want to do a lot of shit.
Because killing trees, that's fun when you want to be conservative and save the planet.
That's kind of part of this. So this is the political plan. The conservative, it's the Heritage Foundation is a think tank of these ultra conservative people that basically want to do a bunch of stuff. I've highlighted some of the things. I didn't read the entire thing because
you can still be reading it.
I didn't want to go suck on my car while it's running and kill myself. So some of the things that they want to do, which some of these we already, they're already talking points from, our great Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ooh, she's going to get ousted from Congress, I think. Sorry.
Yeah. Defund the Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Commerce Department, the Federal Communications Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, and Homeland Security. They want to reduce spending basically to almost zero for any study, anything to do with environmental and climate change regulations. They want to abolish the Department of Education, defund climate research, while the National Institute of Health would be reformed along conservative principles. Reject abortion as health care and eliminate the Affordable Care Act's coverage of emergency contraception. The project seeks to infuse the government with elements of Christianity. Oh yeah, the whole separation of church and state.
That's not a thing.
Fuck that. Remove legal protections against decriminalizing based on sexual orientation, gender identity, and terminating diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, as well as affirmative action. Advise the future president to immediately deploy the military for domestic law enforcement by invoking the Insurrection Act of 1807. Abandoning strategies for reducing greenhouse gases responsible for climate change, including by repealing regulations that curb emissions, downsizing the Environmental Protection Agency, and abolishing the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, which the project calls one of the main drivers of climate change alarming industry. The EPA's Office of Environmental Justice and External Civil Rights would be closed. Reverse a 2009 finding that the EPA has determined that carbon dioxide emissions are harmful to human health, preventing the federal government from regulating greenhouse gases. Seeks to replace the entire executive branch of the U.S. federal government under direct presidential control and eliminating the independence of the DOJ, FBI, and Federal Communications Commission and Federal Trade Commission. This one hits kind of home. All Department of State employees in leadership roles would be dismissed by the end of day on January 20th, 2025. Establish a personal database shaped by the ideology of Donald Trump. The project uses a questionnaire to screen potential recruits for their adherence to the project agenda. And those people would then be put into non-elected official positions. Congress to require federal contractors to be 70% American citizens, ultimately raising the limit to 95%. Remove Medicare's ability to negotiate drug prices. Promote the Medicare Advantage program, which the Medicare Advantage program is private insurance, not government insurance. Federal health care providers should deny gender-affirming care to transgender people and eliminate insurance coverage for the morning after pills. Let's see. The project also accuses social media networks, naming Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok of jeopardizing the mental health and social lives of young Americans by creating a form of addiction. Publishing the Department of Homeland Security tax what is called radical gender ideology and promotes the idea that government should maintain a biblically based social science reinforced definition of marriage and family. To achieve its end, it proposes the recognition of only heterosexual men and women and the removal of protection against discrimination on the basis of sexual or gender identity.
What?
Makes eradicating the LGBTQ community people from public life is its top priority.
Oh my.
So does anybody here have a womb? Anybody here know somebody that's gay, lesbian, bi, black?
I like penis.
We know.
Children.
He likes those too.
Anybody know anybody that's ever been raped? Yeah.
Dude, it's
basically that plan.
Oh, I'm gonna put it
basically to eliminate all protections for every single person that I just named.
So vote independent, people. Go for Robert Kennedy Jr. this year. I don't care. He's not a giant douche or a turd sandwich.
I don't care who you vote for as long as it's not Trump. Because I'm sorry, and I'm gonna get pissed right now.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, but anybody here that wants to shit on anybody that opposes Trump, you can go fuck yourself. This is the plan that they want to put into place day one. This isn't just a maybe
Let the man cook.
This is what they want to do on day one. Trump is wanting to do this on day one.
I'm with Elmo.
You want all of your freedoms, all of your protections, every single thing that basically this is going to lay the groundwork for a fucking dictatorship.
Yeah, that's what it's starting out to be in the first place right now. I mean,
everything that he wants to do, he wants to basically create a database of people in this country to find out if they are loyal to him or not.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do with the list of people that aren't loyal to you? It's just going to go into some archive? Okay, sure.
Canada and Mexico are going to get some great citizens.
What's that,
This has sickened me by reading this and disturbs me. And if you don't think it's going to happen, ask Poland and ask the Jews.
Did you just compare the Trump presidency to Nazis?
He's not far off.
I mean, let's look at the facts here. I mean,
when it quacks like a duck.
When it crunches like a Cheeto, smells like a Cheeto, it's powdered like it's a damn Cheeto.
I mean,
that's right.
Using words like Christian nationalism, saying people.
Oh, we're all for fucked at that then.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Saying people like Putin and Kim Jong-un are good people. They got good ideas. And basically coming out and saying that dictatorship is the way that it should be. You don't need any more information than that. And if you do, you need to leave this planet.
I don't need the information about a fucking president because they don't do dick. They don't mean dick. They're just a figurehead. I could give two fucks about his plan and what he wants to do because when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, it's not his plan. He's not the one going, this is my Nazi manifesto. This is one side's plan. The other side's plan is just as fucking extreme and just as stupid.
You think the Democratic Party is that fucking extreme?
I think both parties are fucking extreme and stupid, yes.
Not by a long shot.
No, well, I really do, because when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, what have they done for you?
They've done a lot.
No. Personally, throughout your lifetime, personally, what have they done for you? Have they made you richer or poorer?
The Democratic Party has made me richer.
Okay. So when it comes down to it, it's all said and done. Doesn't matter who the fuck is in office. Your wallet
afforded me protections and liberty and hope and peace and prosperity. All the Republican Party wants to do is control. They want everyone to be Christian-like. And they don't give a fuck if you don't fit their mold. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that's the same thing on both sides.
Mm-mm.
You hold on. You're going to tell me that. Hold on. You're not.
Name me a policy that basically takes.
I'm not talking about a policy right now. I'm not talking about a policy right now. I'm talking about.
No, I am, because that's the most important thing. The policies that the conservative Republican Party wants to put in place will basically get rid of all protections for anybody that's not white and straight.
Okay, and
a man.
You think that these motherfuckers on either side are going to sit there and try to do one way or the other?
I believe that the Republican Party wants to do this.
These assholes go to lunch together. They eat together. They hang out together. They play golf together. They all know what's going on. They all sit. If it was that big of a fucking deal, every Democratic fucking person would be up in arms over it.
They are.
No. Not people. the Democratic Party.
They are.
Yeah, they're up in arms over that. Now, here's the thing. If they're up in arms over that and it's still a thing, do you think that any of them have a fucking horse in the fucking race?
Yeah, there's a lot of non-white men that are in Congress and the Senate and the House of Representatives.
There's a lot of non-white men in Congress that are Republicans too.
Yeah, and
they're puppets, just like the other fucking Republicans are.
These are the people that will sit there and tell you can't have an abortion.
Right,
honey, go behind that curtain. It's fine.
Oh yeah, there was just a report on that. There was a guy who said it was okay for his girlfriend who had an abortion, but that he feels people need to choose life, but his girlfriend went and had a not even medically necessary. She had an abortion, but was totally against. Yeah, no.
I'm just stating
to the bottom of the ocean.
Fact.
No. I hear
that the fact of what the policies that they want to put in place versus the other party's policies.
Right.
It's just fucking mind-boggling.
So
it's literally repeating history.
So here's my question. Why hasn't this taken place yet?
This is part of this. This is called Project 2025.
No, I understand, but Democrats and Republicans have been battling for years.
Right.
Since the Civil fucking War, they've been battling.
Well, and the thing is that this was
the
Heritage Foundation. There's actually 2 or 3 people that wrote parts of this doctrine because it's called the Presidential Transition Project.
Okay, and you do realize that it would have been a lot easier for them to do this years ago than now, right?
Well, this is what their thought is that if they can get this going when he comes into office next,
yeah,
and all of the things that have been done over the last 6 years, and on it's 8 years basically, the creating mistrust, weaponizing the government, as they say, creating all of this political unrest. And all of these ideas being thrown into the public view and into people's brains. It's not the same thing happened in Nazi Germany. It wasn't Adolf Hitler walked into a bar and goes, "I'm the Fuhrer. You will do what I say.
The Jews are coming.
And I have absolute power." It was a slow burn transition. But once it got to a certain tipping point, there was no stopping it anymore.
Bro, I talked to a guy who marched with Hitler whenever he was in Austria. He had the same ideas then that he did whenever he took his shit. The man was convicted and did whatever he wanted the fuck to do. Back then it was a lot easier for people to sit there and take that kind of power. That's why in the 70s, 80s, and 90s you had all these dictators and everything like that. Nowadays, it's not that easy. But
Actually,
wait. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. I'm not saying that this is not a thing. All I'm saying is they've been battling for fucking years over who's right and who's wrong. It's like a Buddhist and a Christian going at it. It's like a Muslim and a Christian going at it. That's a better example. Who has the better God? Okay? They've been doing it for years, killing each other for it for years, praying for it for years. The government itself has been fighting back and forth for years. If they were going to implement a plan that was like this, they would implement this plan back in the 70s, 80s, because policies and all that shit, we had no fucking idea what was going on. Nobody fucking knew. The government was not looked at the way it is today. It's not politicized, publicized, and videoed the way it is today. So you have this huge 2025 agenda that is horrible in nature. And I agree with you 100%. It's horrible in nature. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But you have this, and it's right before a fucking election. common sense would dictate it ain't a thing. Not saying that it won't be a thing, not saying to keep your head on a swivel, but I can bring out the worst shit about a person right before an election and use it because they're called smear campaigns.
Here's the thing I think he's saying, though, is that as much as you have a very valid point, this could be part of a setup as a smear campaign.
Right.
The other portion of this is look at how, let's say, Gen Z is so against Gen X. They think the millennials are all hyped up on the Gen X juice. You know, the boomers and the silence and whatever. Gen Z is in an uproar about everything that happens. You take the fact that Gen Z is going out now and thinking and looking at news, and they're going to go out and go vote, and Gen Z thinks they can swing the vote. And that's when you can see political change. When you have the different groups of us warring against each other within just the general community, that's when you can find, right, but that's when things start to fracture and you could take advantage, is when you have this group and this group going at each other. That's when fractures happen. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this project was also, it was established in 2022 to provide the 2024 Republican presidential nominee with a personal database and ideological framework after civil servants refused to support Trump during his attempt to institute a Muslim travel ban. So this was kicked off by a group of people that felt slighted, and they've been working on this for the last 2 years to come up with this plan.
For the last 2 years, they knew Trump was going to run for president too.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't use words like the next Republican president or the next Republican nominee. It literally states in there for Trump, President Trump, President Trump, President Trump, all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
if it states that much on just President Trump, I'm going to read between the lines in that bitch and call it a smear campaign. I will have my head on a swivel for it. And I agree with you 100%. It's an awful fucking thing. Don't get me wrong. But when you mention one person in that many fucking times, that tells me it's bullshit and it's a smear campaign. Because there's no goddamn way the people of this country will allow that shit to happen. We've already protested mass amount of things. We've protested about him being president. We've protested about stupid shit and not stupid shit and everything else. We've burnt down whole fucking towns. We've done all this bullshit. They stormed the fucking Capitol, for fuck's sake. Do you think people are going to sit back and let this stand? No, they're not.
No, see, my thing is that no matter which way we go with this, is that in reality, we're basing it off if Trump gets in office. Let's get this right.
Yeah, there you go. That's an if.
That's an if, just like it's an if Biden gets in office. Right. We don't even know if Clinton may come pop back up.
Survive.
Yeah. Maybe Clinton pops back up going, "Who's your daddy?" That kind of thing. You don't know. We don't know. All we do know is at the end, when a time for vote happens, we are going to have a list. And on that list, we have this person, and this person.
I know what you're about to bring up, Bomber.
And this is in Congress. They were basically
hold on.
To one of the
if this is in Congress, in Congress, why are they allowing it to go through?
It's not. It's basically they're bringing up it's an oversight committee or something like that. Yeah. I don't know what it. But it's basically them interviewing the people that are responsible for creating this doctrine.
Okay.
And basically asking questions. And this is one of the snippets of it. I just want you to watch the entirety before making a comment. Because
Project 2025 complains about how the Biden administration has been fighting for racial equity. On the next page, it calls for eliminating data collection on race and ethnicity in employment. On the page after that, it calls for rescinding an executive order signed in 1965 that prohibits discrimination in hiring by contractors. Mr. Berry, do these terrible ideas sound familiar?
They're great ideas.
These terrible ideas sound familiar? Of course they do. You came up with them. Mr. Berry, I find it shameful to advance a vision attacking the very policies and agencies that have helped Black Americans secure jobs, earn a living, and provide for our families. Project 2020.
Okay.
That's one of the guys that's sitting there that helped write this.
No, he looked like he fucking beats up black kids in his spare time.
And can sit there and she asks him point blank, those are great ideas.
Yeah.
And these are the guys that are wanting to try to shape policy for their future president.
Okay.
So that brings me to, are these guys the asshole?
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say on that.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
No, go do your thing. Say your spiel.
My spiel? Go ahead, because I'm not going to now. Go on.
No, I want to hear what you have to say on what he said.
I'm good.
But are they the asshole? That's just it. Are these people the asshole?
Anybody that wants to do something like this is definitely a fucking asshole. Let's just get that out of the fucking way. Anybody that wants to do this shit is an asshole.
Right.
No matter who it is. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, white, black, orange, green, purple, Cheeto, what the fuck ever you are. I don't give a shit. But when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, if you want to ignorantly believe that they have your best interest at heart, you're fucking stupid. None of them motherfuckers. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're independent. I don't care any of those motherfuckers. None of them have your interest at heart. Number one reason. None of them have worked a fucking hard job in their life. None of them have done a blue collar job. They've been white collar motherfuckers their whole life. They've done nothing but make money off the backs of everybody in this fucking country. And everybody sits there like ignorant motherfuckers and bitches about who the fucking president is, who the fucking better party is. Neither one of them are good. I don't care. Neither one of them are good. They will come at you in the guise of, I'm going to give you all this and I'm going to make sure that you get all this. Okay, great. You're still a fucking millionaire, dude. You're still making money. You're still doing insider trading. You're still doing everything you're doing and making tons of fucking money before you die or retire and get out of the fucking Congress. Every one of these sumbitches, they do not have your best interests at heart. They do not care about you. And if you think they fucking care about you, you're stupid. You're fucking ignorant. Because when it comes down to it and all said and done, they care about one goddamn color and one color only. Green. That's all they care about. They care about making money. Because when it comes down to it and all said and done, you tell me one motherfucking politician that has got in there with, I'm going to make change. And then the next thing you know, they got millions of fucking dollars. Because they get everything they fucking want. Because people are stupid enough to believe the words that come out of their goddamn mouths. That's the entire fucking reason for politics. It is like church. It is a huge money grab. Come over here and love God and then give to God in your little fucking prayer tray and shit. That's the only reason they are in that business. It is not for your gain, for your personal. Nobody in the government has given me money. Nobody in the government has made me richer. Nobody in the government has come over and worked with me and done my fucking job. None of these motherfuckers have. None of them have worked a blue collar job. Now, some of them have done military. Some of them have done things when they were younger. But the minute they got into politics, it's over. They're corrupt pieces of shit. Every goddamn one of them.
And if it isn't green, they can fold. It's green, they can smoke, because you know damn well none of these motherfuckers got a problem sitting back and packing a fucking bowl going.
Why do you think they made it legal federally?
Right. They're going back like this with their little fucking vape pen. They're sitting with their vape pen going, did you see that fucking money I got from the kickback?
Did
you see that fucking bonus I got when I fucking signed off on that shit?
Oh, you mean
No.
more like
Hold on, guys. I got to go make $1 million. Hold on.
If they're not folding the green in their wallet, they're packing it in their pipes, smoking it, laughing at the people that put
And
them in
we are
office.
over
That's
here
all I'm
bitching
saying.
about who the better person is.
I know
There's
who the
no
better
that makes
person
no
is.
goddamn sense. Neither one of them are good. None of them are. None of them. I don't know about Kennedy. I have no idea. He's a fucking Kennedy. He might get popped the first day in office. Who fucking knows? But all I know is that us bitching about who better for the country and policies and procedures and bullshit that's going to change in 4 fucking years. Let's say President Trump gets in and he does his thing. Okay, he does his little 2025 project. Great. He's not going to stay in office for fucking 20 years. He's not Putin. It's not going to fucking happen. Because the people in this country are way better armed than the people of other countries, number one. Number two, we've learned through the last, fucking decade that people will make their voices heard. They get angry and they do what they want. Plain and simple. So if you start implementing your 2025 racial project plan of telling people that they can't do this, that, or the other because of their skin color or their sexuality or their fucking gender or whatever, you think that all of us are going to just sit here and go, oh, okay, we'll just wait 4 years for the next motherfucker? No, there'll be chaos in the fucking streets.
It'll make June 6th or January 6th look like a fucking joke.
I'm telling you right now, it'll make all those riots before look like a joke, and it'll make all that shit. And then, what are they going to do? Deploy the military? Let me tell you this. You can deploy the military, but guess what? Half that military ain't going to fucking join and shoot people up because guess what? They got families in America. They're fighting for their fucking families and the freedom that we have. I get that. But they're not going to sit there and go, oh, I'm just going to go shoot random U.S. citizens now because my sergeant ordered me to, and that might be my mom in that fucking group.
Or the fact that,
Come on.
I don't know, they might be impacted and cut from the fucking military because they fall into one of the fucking groups that they want to fucking pass laws against.
There you go.
That?
Right.
The military is going to fucking take that shit over and be like, yeah, nah.
When it
Now, if
comes
you don't
down
mind,
to it, it's just stupid people. Sorry.
we've been doing the political rant for an hour. And I'm sorry, personally speaking, I can't speak for all of the viewers, but personally speaking, I think we need to, because I think we've gone on long enough.
Agreed.
That's
Well,
just
we've
me.
kept a steady
I
viewership
agree.
the entire time we've been
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Okay.
There's only so
so
much
to-
you can
to
sit and
sum-
bitch about
to-
it, though.
Yeah, exactly. But to sum it up in just a few words, honestly, don't be dumb enough to believe that somebody is going to give you something because they say it. Don't. And if you do your research and you do it all online, that's your own goddamn problem. Because guess what? I can manipulate and do anything on this fucking computer. When it comes down to it, it's all said and done. Make up your own goddamn mind. Look outside the box. Vote for who you want to vote for and shut the fuck up. And if it's not the person that got in there, if Trump gets in there and Bomber doesn't like it, you got two choices. Deal with it for 4 years or go out and do something about it. But you ain't going to change shit bitching from your goddamn house. You ain't going to change shit bitching in the streets. If you really want to make change, go be the motherfucker that's not corrupt in government. That'll be a fucking first. I would love to see somebody in this world go into government and stick to their guns the entire goddamn time. Always.
I would love to see that. I'm waiting for that to happen, and I'm not going to be alive when that happens. I guarantee it.
No, well, I mean, but by the time all these people die, we'll probably be in our 60s, and shit hadn't changed yet. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand why people think that who you vote for is going to matter. It doesn't fucking matter because when it comes down to it, your personal vote for the president still doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, hello, Electoral College.
There have been presidents that have lost the popular vote, lost states, and still won the fucking presidency.
Right, but I'm gonna also say it this way: you can't bitch if you don't make a choice.
Fair.
Yeah, true. You have to make a choice.
If
you don't make the choice,
I've been
keep your mouth
18
shut.
years old. I will vote every single goddamn election, general election, everything. because it's my right as a U.S. citizen, and I believe it's my duty as a U.S. citizen. And yes, you can make the joke. I said duty.
You said duty,
but
duty.
Anybody that sits here and will bitch at me or say stupid shit, and the first thing that I'll ask them if I don't know them, did you vote? Have you voted? Have you ever voted? And if they say, I'm not going to vote because then shut the fuck up.
I agree with you on state terms. In the terms of state, yes, because the people's vote does matter, 100%. As far as the federal terms, no, it doesn't. Your vote barely matters in those elections.
I agree to an extent.
Well, I've seen presidents, even Barack Obama lost the popular vote in a couple of states and still won those states. Same thing with Trump. I forgot who the other presidents were, and then the popular vote that they lost, and they still became president. When it comes down to it, if the popular vote doesn't go to the president, or it doesn't go to the person to become president, then, and it's been this way for years,
right?
If the popular vote doesn't go to that president, wake the fuck up. Wake up and understand that your vote, your popular vote, and that's why they call it the popular vote, doesn't matter when it becomes president. When it comes to the president, I guarantee you. Put it this way: everybody, do not vote this fucking year. Don't vote at all. They're still going to nominate a president. I'm sorry. Everybody, there could be 0 votes for each fucking candidate, and guess what? They're still going to vote for a fucking president. They're just going to vote the way they want to, and they're going to do that either way. But still, I mean, it's just the ignorance of the whole thing.
Well, I mean, in a sense, yes. I mean, they do. I'm not for the Electoral College. I think it's stupid, because it doesn't represent the will of the people.
No, it doesn't.
But it. Because I've been, and Kim and her family, and especially her mom, has been part of like actual elections, because her mom used to work for the Board of Elections in Ohio.
Right.
It does have an impact, but not as strong as it should. It's basically you take all the votes for a certain candidate and you kind of mash them into one for that each individual district in a state.
Yeah.
And then whoever has the most amount,
that's the way your representative
then gets the Electoral College votes.
Right, and that's who your representative is supposed to vote for, right?
The electorate, the actual electors in that state. So like, say let's take Ohio. And like,
wait, are you talking about a whole different voting system, or are you talking about electoral?
No, this is the Electoral College. So like, say let's take Ohio and cut it into 4 pieces. I represent the left-hand corner. You're the right.
Oh, now I'm the right, really?
Right upper corner. Amira's bottom right.
Right.
So I have, as part of my job is to basically, I look at all the people that are in my area that voted, and I tally up those votes. Whoever it has the most votes in that thing, whatever it is,
right?
I take my vote and I give it to that person,
right?
Whoever the president it's going to go to,
right? You
do the same. Amir does the same. My boss does the same. Whoever has the most amount. It could be 2-1 or 2-3. It could be 4-1. It could be 4, whatever.
Yeah.
Whoever has that for the entire state. Now your state is basically voting for that candidate.
Yeah.
That's how the Electoral College works. It's stupid because
you missed something. That's how the representative of your state is supposed to vote.
It's not the representative. The representative of the state doesn't vote.
Yes, they do.
Not for president.
Yes, they do. That's how the Electoral College works. That's how presidents have lost the popular vote in the state and still won that state.
Not the representative. It's the electorates. It's 2 different things. It is. there's a group of people that are electorates in each state, and they determine based on how many people voted a certain way in their individual districts, how that vote, that electorate is going to cast for. And that's where all of this gerrymandering of counties and shit has a big effect, because they can sit there and say it's not by count, like they can sit there and redraw all of these electorate maps. And
but you do realize that this year is going to be even dumber than most.
Well,
right. We're probably going to have like 15 recounts and everything else. But when it comes down to it and it's all said and done, your votes still don't fucking matter, because those electorates or the representatives, it doesn't matter. They will vote in who they want. It's been proven time and time again throughout history.
When it comes,
when people have the vote,
I don't have enough information in front of me to agree or disagree.
Let me put it this way. In France, do they have electoral votes in France?
No, it's a straight.
It's a straight vote, right?
Right, and I 100% agree that the Electoral College is stupid, and it should.
No. This is what I'm saying. In France, they do an election, and whoever wins, most other countries, if not every other country besides fucking like Russia and China and North Korea, when they have an election, it's not an electoral vote, it's not an electoral college, none of that shit. They all use the fucking metric system. We don't.
Well,
I mean, come on.
They literally take, so got 5 votes, we got 1.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what they do. Okay. They leave it up to the people of who they want in.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
that's how it should be.
Whether it be electoral college, electorates, representatives, senators, doesn't matter who it is. When it comes down to it and it's all said and done, I don't give a shit how you vote. I don't care if you vote blue, red, up, down, left, right, doesn't fucking matter, because you know what? They will put in the motherfucker that makes them the most money. Whether it be the most money fighting them or the most money working with them. Because you notice that, I don't really want to say this, but I'm going to say it. You notice how when the Black Lives Matter movement started, how much ground it gained and how much money it gained. And then all of a sudden, they're under investigation for embezzlement and everything else.
Right.
People will use the elections and who's in office. And that's just an example. I'm not against Black Lives Matter, so don't fucking come at me left or right, motherfuckers. Calm down.
No, the idea of Black Lives Matter took a
huge turn.
Went off
major turn.
Right. But it was used for a money grab.
Right.
Because now I'm against this person, so I'm going to use his money grab. Now let's flip it on the other side. One of the organizations or people that was for Trump at the time, they made a fuckload of money too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about right or wrong. It's about how much money you can make before they get out of office.
Right.
When it comes down to it, the only color they give a fuck about is green. They don't give a fuck what your skin color is. They don't care if you're black, white, brown, green, orange. Does not fucking matter. They care about green. Hence why lobbyists and shit go there all the time. Hence why everybody sits there and goes, oh, if you give me this amount of money, I'll vote for your shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole thing. And even every one of these motherfuckers have admitted it, that it's a corrupt system.
Oh, yeah. And they'll keep doing it.
And we're going to keep fucking arguing about what policy they said and what they did that and this, that, and the other and all that stupid shit. When we could just say, okay, cool. Let's just vote all these fucking idiots out and get people in there that we want. Bomber for Senate 2024. I'm fucking down. I'll vote for the motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
I'll vote for him right now.
I'd vote,
I don't give a shit. And that's not any more or less than the fact that I know this man stands on his morals and his standards. That's the only thing I'm going to stand with him, is the fact that he stands on his morals and his standards. Now, the day that Bomber comes back with millions of dollars going, hey guys, guess what? I'm rich now. I'm going to look at it and go, oh, you didn't stand on your morals and standards. I'm going to vote you out.
Right.
That's it. That's all there is to it. if I vote Bomber in and he goes in and he goes, I'm going to make change. I'm going to make, money. And then he comes back and goes, guys, I made change. How much change did you make? Because the only change I see is the change that you're holding in your fucking hands.
Right. And that comes down to people having the drive and the willingness and the desire to vote.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't have that drive or desire because of the ignorance of politics.
Well, and people go, it doesn't matter. Everybody says it doesn't matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter. So
it matters in the matters of Senate and House.
But
it does not matter as far as the presidency goes. That shit don't matter. He ain't the rule maker.
Well, no, I'm not just saying for a particular position.
No,
I'm just saying in general, a lot of people have the mindset up for anything.
Well, you know why?
For anything that school funding.
Right. You want to know why? Because they have drilled into their fucking heads that we're going to do whatever the fuck we want, whether you vote for me or not. And people have literally gotten to the point where we're just like, fuck it. Why the fuck should we care? You're going to do whatever the fuck you want to do anyway. Prove them wrong, people. Go vote for the other motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go vote for the one that you want in there.
And like
try
I said,
it one time. It might fucking make a difference.
I'll stand on.
Maybe
I've stood on this since I started voting. You don't have a voice unless you vote. You can't bitch unless you vote.
Well, I believe every person that has a voice has an opinion, and every opinion can be heard. Doesn't mean it's valid or that it matters, but it can be heard whether you vote or not. But when it comes down to it, your actions speak louder than your words.
Well, right.
So you can talk all you want to and never vote, and that tells me the kind of person you are.
Well, right. But I'm not going to sit here and listen to somebody tell me.
I'm going to tell you right now,
Biden's
bro.
an asshole. Biden's an idiot. Biden can't remember where he put his legs, but Trump is awesome and blah blah blah, and he's the savior of our. Did you vote? No.
If you're hardcore about a candidate, you're an idiot. Okay, let's just put it that way. If you're that hardcore about a candidate, you're a fucking idiot. I like Kennedy. I don't trust Kennedy. I don't necessarily like Biden or Trump, but even if I did, I wouldn't trust them because they don't have my interest at heart. They're not paying my bills. They're not buying my groceries. They're bragging about their golf tournaments and the trips they're taking and all that other bullshit. You notice the news reports to us whenever the president takes a vacation, right? Oh, the president just got back from his visit to Mar-a-Lago, or from the presidential, vacation masturbation house. They'll tell us every time when the presidents go to Vermont or they go to their fucking homes or they're taking a vacation, they're taking a break. The Congress will sit there and say, oh, we're going to take a week off, then come back and vote on this. Bitch, you know what? When it comes down to it, Congress should run 24/7. That way, everybody that's in there to wear you out so goddamn much, you'll want to leave.
I don't think that they should be able to take off. All right.
No, you're right. They shouldn't be able to take off at all.
They shouldn't take it off at all.
You're 100% correct, sir. They should not be able to take off at all.
They get PTO like everybody else.
Fucking right.
Yeah, there you go. Right. There you go.
100%
and don't
agree
forget,
on that.
Don't forget.
Vote for Bomber 2024.
That's right.
If you have more than 3 absences, you get to write up.
And after 4 write-ups, you're fired.
Hey man, you treat that motherfucker like it's a business, like it's an actual corporation or a business. I guarantee you, them some bitches they'll correct their shit quick. Oh, you're late. Oh, that's a write-up, sir.
I can see somebody at HR
get your final write up, and it's like, okay, there's a new election for Texas. We're gonna be elected. We're gonna be running an election next month. So whoever wants to run for Senate, you have a month to convince the people.
Sorry, HR is off the rest of this week, starting on Wednesday. My apologies. I'm having surgery Wednesday morning, so HR will be taking the remainder of the week off.
Oh, jeez.
Thankfully, I didn't hear what he said.
You're getting those butt implants.
I didn't know I was going to have you implanted in my ass.
Well, either way it works.
I thought it was an addictomy. Anyway,
voting for Spice. What the fuck?
So
hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nick.
All right, let's do
I'm
this.
voting for
Am I the-
Camacho.
Let's do the
I don't have time for my "Am I the Asshole" story.
No, you
So
have all
it'll
the time in the world. It's when I hit the fucking button, girl.
No, it'll wait. It's a long one, so it'll wait till next week.
Oh, okay, it's a long one.
Oh,
Well,
so maybe-
okay. Let me say two things. Number one, I am apologizing to everybody here that we talked politics the entire 2 hours. Okay, but at the same time, we just had the worst presidential debate in history ever. I don't even think those guys knew they were there. Okay. And number two, I really want to get Nikki on the podcast, guys. Just saying.
Her
shit cracks me up, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm really thinking that Nikki needs to. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think I might have to do a video.
Yes, you can clap your ass on the pod.
Oh God.
And Wickedly
100%.
Psycho, thank you for the quick healing vibes.
You know what? Why don't you send me a video of that first, and I'll let you know if you can do that or not.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Love you had an HR.
Cat will determine if it's worthy enough.
Oh, yeah,
Cat
she
will.
If the HR complaint is not
those cheeks.
If the HR complaint is not in the Discord, I'm not addressing it.
Nikki, the only time I'm done, and the only way you
All
can
right,
shut up is whenever you sit on my face.
No, you're done. I know who Nikki. If you're doing what I think, you're done. Are you talking about the chick with Tourette's?
You're done?
Like, say that.
You're
Because I
done.
love that. You're done.
You're done.
You're done. You're
I
done.
got aluminum in them. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, I've never really done this to a guest that often.
Shut up, Meg.
Oh, Jesus.
See, I was right. I got who Nikki was talking about. She's talking about Bailey. Bae.
Oh.
Bailey. She's got Tourette's. She's young. She's in her 20s. She's fucking hilarious.
Now, I want you guys to understand something. And this goes.
That you don't give a fuck about politics and that you vote for whoever.
We love each other here.
So what I wanted to
and I say that we love each other here, and you pop her out. God dang it.
No, I will say this: no matter the opinions of each person on this podcast, we all have different. What's the word I'm looking for? I had a Biden moment. Differing opinions on a lot of different things, and when it comes down to it, and it's all said and done, these three people here have my utmost respect. They do. As much shit as I give Amira, she knows that I respect her. Bomber, me and him have gone through it back and forth. I respect the hell out of the man. Pit Boss, I respect the hell out of him too. But when it comes down to it, I fully believe that if you can't have a discussion like this about politics, and if you can't have a discussion about this about life, period. Too shy for the pod. We told you can come on voice only. It's fine. But I have immense amount of respect for these people. And what they do, how they vote, what they believe does not change my opinion about them as a person. Period.
I don't have those anymore.
I know Bomber's a good man. I've known Bomber a long time. He's a good man. He has a lot of strong beliefs and a lot of things that he believes in. Some things I don't necessarily believe that he does. But I know deep down in his core he's a good man. I know for a fact Pit Boss is a good man. He'll bend over backwards for damn near anybody. And maybe even forwards for anybody. Just kind of depends on who you are.
Only his wife.
Only his wife. But he's a damn good man too. Amira, I'm still trying to figure you out, but I'm pretty sure you're a good person.
No.
Wow.
No.
Okay,
hold on.
No.
I do give her a lot of shit. I'm going to put it this way. I do give her a lot of shit. I do, but I respect the hell out of her. She sticks to her guns. She believes what she believes, and she will say it with the utmost conviction, and that's what I respect about her. I know that she
and me the shortest amount of time, which is coming up on our year anniversary, by the way.
And you've stuck to your guns the entire time.
You're goddamn right.
And that's what I respect.
But I would bleed for any of the three of you. And if somebody comes at one of you, they come at me. You don't fuck with my people.
You might take a shoulder wound for me. That's about it.
No. No.
Like, oh, it grazed me. What do you mean it went into your chest?
Time out. I've listened to political shit for 2 hours. You guys can hold your breath for 5 minutes. Somebody comes for one of my fucking brothers. I will come armed to the fucking gills, and I will go to war for any of the 3 of you. And if somebody wants to come and check that fact with me, come at me. I will give you my fucking address.
America.
Dude, I gotta say this right now. She had that mother tone. That's when I instantly went, I'm shutting up.
God damn it, he got a boner.
Yes, Daddy.
I had to do that one because
it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I had to do it for one.
You were vagimatized. It's fine.
because
I was dipped in the sauce.
But because it was needed, but also giving a quick shout out to Brooke, because I know she's recovering from her surgery. And I know she's not here tonight.
The power of the magooch.
The power of the magooch.
Oh,
the power. Oh my God.
Fuck
no, I believe it wholeheartedly, because there was a video that I put out over on the TikTok side of things that somebody was mouthing off, and I pointed out that video and commented on it. Next thing you know, Amira pops in, makes her comment. That person deleted that said comment and then actually blocked me.
You're gonna have to tell me about this later.
Mm-hmm.
When this podcast ends, you better be telling me about that shit, because
you know how Amira's feeling right now?
No, baby, we're going in raw. We're raw dogging that.
Raw dogging.
Oh, damn right.
There's no huck. We're going raw dog.
I'm sorry.
Sandpaper dildo dipped in broken glass, covered in iodine. We're going in raw.
Well, we're canceled.
No, not even close. That right now. I haven't gotten one email yet from YouTube going, guys, you shouldn't have said that.
But I do want to thank everybody. I do want to thank everybody that has come in and listened to us and put up with our political talks today. I promise you that will not be the case next week. Next week, I have
You're goddamn right it won't.
Next week, I have nothing political planned. This is an election year, so understand this, guys. This is an election year, so every once in a blue moon, like when the presidential debate happens and something like that, we will talk about it. And whether we talk about it at length or not is completely up to us, because we had I figured we were going to be on this for like 15, 20 minutes. We ended up being on it for 2 hours. So it shows that there are times where we're very passionate about what we talk about and what we believe. And there's times where it's just kind of a passing fancy. But either way, the respect is there. We respect each one of us, each other's opinions, and just like me and Bomber did, we'll go back and forth about something. But I love this dude. I'm not gonna fucking unfriend him because of who he votes for, or what he believes. It's his personal opinion. I know in his core who he is. Start looking at the core of people instead of looking at what they do and who they vote for.
I got to see Tacklebox's core in images after his colonoscopy.
Oh, geez, Louise. She got a deep dive in that one.
Well, I was just going to go there. I was going to be like, yes, he's touched my core. What?
I can pull it up in my chart if you want to see.
No, jeez.
Well,
speaking of which, I was this close to becoming a female.
I haven't heard that story yet. What the fuck?
Okay, so I was doing some work, and I thought I have shut off the power to a 300 horse motor, and it has a squirrel fan on it.
I just felt my rear iris pucker and my testicles tighten. My taint remains unchanged.
Just barely.
The said fan started up and got my pants right in the Johnson area.
Huh.
Oh my.
That's entertaining.
You better believe it. But everything's all good there. I'm good.
Goddamn right.
Talk about bringing new meaning to the words. Just the tip.
No, he would Pit Boss would end up getting chewed up, and then he would come home to his wife and drop his pants, and
they got aluminum in them.
Soda can nuts. Honey, they're recycled. They make a funny tinging sound when I walk.
I just wait. Were you almost one nut from SOA?
I would have been nothing at that point. I would have had a slit. Anyway,
he'd have been less than Lance Armstrong.
I mean, I told the wife that. She's like, "Oh my freaking god!"
Good thing you've already had kids.
Well,
huh?
Yeah. She sat back and goes, "Oh well." Like what?
Harnesses are a thing.
You still got a tongue. Anyway.
Okay, wait a minute. The man already doesn't have a neck. Let's not be happy if he doesn't have a peen too.
No. What they would do is just take some of his trap skin and put it down there.
Oh my god, that'd be bigger than Ron Jeremy.
Trap penis. It would be a trap penises.
Honey, watch this flex.
Oh God.
Raise your horns into the air. There is plenty here to share. All are welcome. Take a chair and sit.